Huard and Danny, the Seahawks not waiting until the draft to make news this week. They're going to announce a contract extension for Kam Chancellor. It's been agreed to. They have a press conference scheduled for Monday, which we'll be covering on 710 Sports. This isn't a shock.
No.
We knew he was the guy that's in line. It's still a good sign that they got it done, I think.
Yeah, well, what does it say? Let's dig into this a little bit, Danny. It's been the worst kept secret. You know, these negotiations have been ongoing really since John Schneider sat down with Clayton at the Combine and said, yeah, the levels here of free agency are going to be taking care of the big fish. We saw what that was, Percy Harvin and Averill and Mike Bennett. And then the next layer was to take care of their own, and this was the guy to get done, right? You didn't want to set a precedent. You said on our show today, I don't think you necessarily want to set the precedent to sign Earl Thomas, although I'd like to see Earl, and I would have liked to see that presser today. But you don't want to do that 2 years out from a deal, right?
And the other guy is Russell Okung, who has 3 years out. You can't negotiate with Richard Sherman on an extension until after next season. And Russell Wilson will be the year after that. He's the guy that's in there.
Yep.
Kam Chancellor's kind of in that sweet spot right now.
You like the move?
I do, and there's two reasons that I do. First of all, you're sending a statement to the rest of the locker room that even though these additions that we made with Cliff Averill, with Michael Bennett, with Percy Harvin, probably most significantly because that's the largest move they made, it still shows that they want to keep and reward the guys who have been a part of a nucleus. Now, I always wondered, Kam Chancellor can't play in every system in the NFL. In fact, there's a lot of defenses that he wouldn't work in because he's too big and they play with interchangeable safeties. He works for Seattle's defense. Mm-hmm. They really like what he brings. They valued him very highly when they chose him. Even though he's a fifth-round pick, this is a guy that they saw as somebody that had top three-round talent. I think it's a good move to keep him. He's also a leader in that locker room, and you don't want to sort of undersell that. He is kind of the vocal member of that secondary, the Legion of Boom.
He's a guy willing to sacrifice everything. He got nicked up a little bit last year because of that, but he is that physical essence. And I'll say this as well, Danny, yet another move that's going to be on the Seahawks dollar. We know this. Here's the deal, and they're willing to walk away from it. I think we talked about this last week, that if I'm Kam Chancellor, I signed this deal because I don't think it's sitting on the table after next season. So add Mike Bennett, add Cliff Averill, add Kam Chancellor to the list of guys that were willing to do it on the Seahawks budget, the Seahawks number, which over the long term, I think best news for this organization.